You again? You're getting on my nerve.
Here, do you still want to stop me now?
Is that blood one? Oh, that's... Oh. Yes, no, I mean, you can go in.
Fellow with the bandits who claims to know Raven's plans. His name is Fortuno. He says that Raven wants to get into the temple to get a powerful artifact.
And? Did he know more about this artifact?
He could only tell me that Raven has had the grave of a priest of Adonis opened.
This grave may contain the key to the temple. You should take a look around there.
Raven has forced the prisoners to excavate the grave of the priest.
That is not good. You must hurry and stop Raven.
I made my way into Raven's quarters.
And? Why didn't you follow him?
I couldn't follow Raven. He blocked the entrance from inside.
I must think. The question is, how did Raven get into the temple? And what did he do before he passed through the portal?
He spoke an incantation at the gate.
And before that?
He opened a burial chamber. I already told you about that.
Right. A ritual. Yes, that's it. I fear that Raven has made the power of the Guardians of the Dead his own. He got his knowledge of the temple from a spirit. You must go to Mixir and tell him about this. May Adonos protect you.
Hey, you! Satyrus sent me. Raven has made his way into the temple and blocked the portal from the inside. Satyrus thinks he got his information about the temple from a ghost.
spy, Adanos. He must have summoned the high priest Cardamon to ask him about a way into the temple. According to the records, his grave was in the caves under the fortress. You will have to do the same, but you cannot ask Cardamon anymore. The grave of the warrior prince Quahodron is supposed to lost spirit.
Do you think that'll really work?
I've read a lot of crazy ramblings. For example, they showed the excessive use of the swamp weed they smoked. It is the seriousness and prudence in the words on this stone tablet that convince me that this man wrote the truth.
Why Quahodron? Why not the high priest Cardamon?
Raven has desecrated the grave of Cardamon with his summoning. We can assume that. We shall have to look for another spirit.
Are you really serious?
I want to explore every possibility. Even if there is only a ghost of a chance for us to meet one of the builders, then we have to do it. Raven has managed to do it after all.
Assuming I want to summon this ghost, what do I have to do?
Find Quahodron's grave in the west of the valley. His ghost can be summoned by the words of the Guardians of the Dead, which I have written for you here. That's all. Now you just have to find the grave. Good luck, my son.
What was that again about the warrior prince Quahodron?
You have to find his grave and summon his ghost with the words of the Guardians of the Dead. I have written the words down. You just have to read them aloud.
Nothing to be had there.
Thorol, appear to me, Quorhodron, ancient leader of the warrior caste.
Why do you disturb?
We must do something, or the entire island will sink into the sea. Access to the Temple of Adanos.
A temple closed for all eternity. A council decide.
Someone is forced Adanos.
Nonsense. I myself sealed the... door. It is impossible to pass.
Indeed. The praised wisdom of the ancestors is truly overwhelming.
A man of your standing does not speak to me thus. I cannot free myself of the impression that you are not the one you pretend to be. If you require my aid, you must first prove yourself to me. Answer my questions, so that I may be sure that I do not reveal myself to strangers.
Ask away.
I am Quorhodron, the old warlord of Jarkendar. You have woken me. To which caste of Jarkendar do you belong?
The Guardians of the Dead.
The abilities of a guardian of the dead would have allowed you to waken me, that is true. If you are truly the one you claim to be, you will be able to answer all of my questions. Except for one. Who once protected the people of Jarkendar from enemy attacks?
The Warrior Caste.
Who can give me a direct order?
The Priest.
Who brought the evil upon us?
The Warrior Caste.
Who has the final word in the Council of Five?
The Scholars.
Who alleviates suffering and attends to the ill?
The Healers.
Who seal the portal to guard the world from evil?
I don't know.
Good. I trust you and shall grant you my aid.
Now listen here. A truly evil fellow has gained access to the Temple of Adanos. If you don't let me into the temple right now, it will probably be too late and everything will go down the drain.
That cannot be. The High Priest Cardiman and I are the only ones in Jarkendar who know how to open the gate to Adanos' temple.
Well, then your pal Cardiman must have blabbed. I'm telling you the gate was open. I saw it myself.
Well, there is truth in your voice. I shall no longer doubt your words.
I should hope so.
Take, then, the password. It is written on this stone tablet. Speak the words at the sealed gate of the temple, and it will open. My time is done. Alas, I can no longer help you. But remember, beware the chambers of Adanos, else your death is certain.
Wait, what about the chambers?
My strength is failing. Farewell. We shall meet again in the realm of the dead.
And how's life as a dropout?
I manage. With clothes, I could get through the winter. After that, we'll see.
I've talked to Corhodron.
Then you were really able to waken him from the realm of the dead? That's unbelievable. I am more and more amazed by these builders. Who knows what they could have achieved if they still existed today? What did the ghost say?
He gave me something that will let me get into the Temple of Adanos.
Then go straight to Satyrus. He will certainly be interested in what you have to say.
Hey, you! The problem with the temple gate is solved.
Has the spirit spoken?
Yes, he has.
Then you know how to get into the temple.
Correct. And he also told me what is in the temple. He spoke of a mighty sword and the chambers of Adanos.
By Adanos, what fools we are. How could we have been so naive? The hints in the records. This sword can only be the Claw of Beliar. We must get through those chambers as soon as possible and take possession of the weapon. But if that is the faith can withstand its spell, now it is clear to me why the builders sealed off this valley. They brought this weapon of evil into their city and fell under its power. These arrogant fools destroyed one another out of greed. The cruelty knew no end until Adanos' wrath swept across the land and sank everything into the sea. Indeed, the creators of the portal did well to hide these of the world. And what a tragic end for such a wonderful culture. Do you realize the urgency of our mission now? Raven is a strong fighter and is blinded by his lust for power. In his hand, the claw will be an instrument of destruction. He must not get the weapon, or we shall all be lost. May Adanos protect you.
Jahedra Akantar.
Hey, you!
My spirit has been held captive for eternity. At last I am free. The sword has a new bearer. The final chamber has been opened.
But the gate appears closed.
This is not the gate to the final chamber. This gate merely leads to the antechamber. The bearer has closed it behind him.
How do I open the gate?
Move one of the levers.
Anyone?
All of these levers open the gate.
Not all of the levers trigger the trap, right?
Yes, they do.
Your father built the trap. How would you know how it works?
Hodron, I can still hear the pounding of the hammers on the other side of the gate. After so long a time, the sword showed me revenge for my failure.
You mean you have seen which lever is the right one?
I have long forgotten it.
Think!
It was so long ago.
Hey!
If you have the strength, sink it in the depths of the sea.
Hey,
Look who has come. My master warned me that Innos would send his henchmen, but I had not expected that you would appear so soon. Well, since you were so quick, I shall give you a quick death.
you sold your soul to Beliar.
For a good price. I will command his armies as a general. And what about you? Do you know how much your soul is worth?
I'm only doing what has to be done.
Listen to him. You have set me a humble servant, Innos.
Are you sure that I am a servant of Innos?
What? What are you saying?
Don't you consider it possible that I could be a servant of Adanos?
Nonsense.
Maybe I also serve Beliar, or only myself.
Well, in that case, you are not even a worthy opponent for me.
I've had it. Let us begin.
Are you in such a hurry to die? Well, since you insist.
I did it. Raven is finished.
That means you've given Beliar a swift kick. Then you'll be moving on.
My job in this valley is done. I could use a few days' rest.
Yeah, you're constantly on the move, aren't you? Have a good journey.
Who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Who knows? There will be lots of gates and passages for you to go through, and you're bound to find me on one of them.
Is it really true? Nothing amazes me anymore. I never knew that. That's not what I heard.
So much for Raven.
That son of a certainly worth 500 gold pieces to me. You're quite the daredevil. Carry on like that.
The bandits have found a gold mine.
I knew it. That's why they came here. Nobody would volunteer to live in this monster-ridden bog. Good work. Here, I've got something for you.
It's a bad business.
I've got a recipe for you.
Great. Let me see. What kind of recipe?
Be careful. That's absolutely deadly stuff.
You're scaring me, but I'll give it a try anyway.
It's from Snaff.
But it sounds terrible. I must try it at once.
I've come to get my ration of grog.
You guys don't do anything without your grog, huh? Right. Here you go.
I've come. I want something stronger.
Name your poison.
I want Lou's hammer.
Great stuff. Put it down the hatch.
Give me a double. A double hammer.
Don't do anything you might regret, kid. I hope you don't want this for yourself.
Give me some of your hasty herring.
Rather vile muck, but effective.
Hey,
I know who murdered Angus and Hank.
Who? Who did it?
His name is Juan. He's one of the bandits.
You've got to do that bastard in, do you hear me? He must not get away with this.
What are you doing now?
I'm taking a break. Francis got my old job. Let him saw planks until his arms fall off.
Juan is history.
And? Did he suffer?
Come off it, kid.
Oh well, just as long as you killed the swine.
What are you...
I'm let him...
I don't even know how to hold a sword. That's been known a long time.
I know who murdered Angus and Hank.
I don't care who murdered them. What about my grog?
You hardly know who to
About
believe
that
these
grog. Here's your 20 bottles.
What? Really? Just like that?
Well...
Okay, I'll pay for them.
Haven't you got anything more interesting than gold?
Let's see. I've got this ring here. I won it gambling in a filthy dockside tavern years ago. Back then, the guy told me it was magic. No idea whether that's true. Maybe you want that instead of money.
That's all just gossip.
Give me the money.
All right.
I never knew that.
Can you take me to Corinus?
Are you out of your mind? We've lost our ship, man! I'm not taking our last boat out for a spin. Just because you're too lazy to get your butt over to Corinus by yourself.
Can you...
For the last time, no!
I'd have gone about it differently.
I've activated another one of the teleporter stones.
You have done really well. I can only congratulate you on your work. They're all working again now. An impressive sight, don't you think? Here are a few gold coins.
The earthquakes have stopped, and, as I can see, you're still among the living. Does this mean that your mission was successful?
Yes, Raven is dead.
You have snatched a powerful hitch. Take the Claw of Beliar. May Ad have been alone in the city for...
Claw of Beliar.
This is Lord. However, it will not do that of but be careful. You bow to me, then I shall render you. So consider well what you will do.
What will you do now?
We shall stay here and help the temple recovery. All too long have its walls been a I am glad to see that I was not mistaken about it. There is no longer any doubt about that. Without your courage and strength, the island of Corinus would have drowned. We thank you and will honor you in our thoughts. Devote yourself now to the other tasks that lie before you and return this world to balance and peace. Now go and fulfill your destiny, Preserver. Our prayers will be with you.
About the relics, I think I have something here for you.
We already know this sort of stone tablet. They'll not get us any further now. There must be more than that.
What about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
The bandits use these stone tablets as a sort of currency.
The tablets bear the sign of Korhodren, a great warrior. He is the commander whose son Rodimus caused the downfall of the entire city. I'll bet the bandits don't even know what it is they are trading there.
I found these tablets in a building to the south.
Ah, a tablet of the Guardians of the Dead. It was they who summoned the spirits of their dead. The builders' connection to their ancestors was very strong.
I found these tablets in a structure to the southwest.
Judging from the tablet, it has something to do with the housing for the priests of the city. The name of the highest priest was Cardamon. We don't know much about him.
This thing was lying in a building near the Great Swamp.
That would have been the House of the Healers. We don't know much about them. They seem to have been the first to disappear.
This piece was lying in a large building in a deep ravine.
That was the library of the ancient people. Apparently a tablet of the scholars. Many of the scripts we have found can be traced to the leader of the caste of scholars. Curiously enough, he did not leave his own name behind anywhere. Here is some gold as a reward. Now we have collected all the relics we need.
What will you do now?
We shall stay here and help the temple regain its former glory. All too long have its walls been in this lamentable condition. May Adanos protect you.
Hey! Let's deal. Hey, you!
See? That wasn't so hard.